Welcome to Doak Campbell Stadium, and you might as well get used to the sound you're hearing. The Seminole War Chant is going full throat. We're really looking forward to this matchup. You've got a team that's made its way into the top 25, now trying to pass an all-important road test. As we'll see the number 18 team in the country, the USC Trojans, taking on another team from the ACC, the Florida State Seminoles. Glad to have you with us for EA Sports College Football. I'm Reese Davis, David Pollack and Jesse Palmer with me in the booth. Guys, we are ready to tee it up. Trojans will kick it away to start us off. He'll bring it out. Not a lot of space to be found. Good hustle by the coverage team, and they stop him at the 21. Looking for a productive play on first down. Keeping it on the ground with the single back. At the 40, there he goes. Running toward the tape. Oh, I thought he was taking that all the way, but they stop him at the 7. Timeout called here by the defense. It's their first of the half. They didn't just jumpstart that drive. They've electrified it, and now they've got a first and goal. They'll try to get it in with the run. And he's loose, and he'll take it to the house. Touchdown, no! They'll try to add another to their lead. And he's got the extra point, and it's 7-0 to start this one. They wasted no time on that drive. 2 plays, touchdown just like that. Kickoff team is on the field. They'll try to drive this one deep. He'll bring it out. It's Hawkins. I imagine he's going to get an earful on the sideline after bringing it out of the end zone and being knocked down at the 11. Trying to make life miserable for this offense. They'll run it from the gun. Determined run, but he stopped after 2 yards down at the 13. Really important for a ranked team going into a hostile environment like this one, not to give the underdog reason to believe.
Yes, reason to believe, and don't give the fans reason to get jacked up and excited. Come out early, be in a business mode mindset.
You got to start fast. You got to have a sense of urgency. You cannot come sleepwalking into an environment like this, because if you do and you make some mistakes, this crowd will pounce on you and seize momentum.
Trojans used to be known for student body right, and they can still do that. But with quarterbacks like this, you want to put it up.
Yeah, I think they hung that up years ago when they started to find, big, strong quarterbacks that can throw the ball all over the yard. So I like the student body right, student body left, but that's a little old school for me, the RD.
One of the nice things about RPOs is that it's a slow developing mesh between the QB and running back, and that allows these receivers time to get vertically downfield and work their routes. You saw it right there on that play.
He wants to throw. A shot toward the end zone. Oh, right through his hand. They came out attacking, wanted to impose their will, and they missed a big chance on that one.
Oh, and the offense just not able to come up with that. You knew that was going to be a bang-bang play, right? They're taking a shot into the end zone. That's going to have to meet a contested catch on the back end, but he wasn't able to come up with it because of the hit.
Back to the air one more time. Looking left. Fires the pass. Intercepted.
QB's got to pick and choose their spots when they want to be really aggressive and try to fit balls in tight windows. Great job by the DB, making a big play, getting the ball back to its offense.
The Seminoles have it back. They'll try to get that offensive spear flaming. That last drive really productive. David wound up with a touchdown. They'll try to do it again.
Yeah, so I don't expect this offense to change too much, Reese. They had a great drive. They got the touchdown, everything working. I would expect them to keep pushing this ball downhill.
And just imagine if they could put another touchdown on the board right here. They could capture so much momentum in this game with back-to-back TDs.
Roddy Bowden built this program. High-flying offenses, great quarterback play, innovation, and that's what they hope they'll see on display today.
Yeah, and it was year after year, man. He found so many elite athletes, such good recruiting in the state of Florida, and when the Seminoles get those guys, man, those teams fly.
Quarterback will audible. They'll throw it on first down. Working the middle of the field, and it's complete. Put it right on him. Sweet play, good pickup, and they'll move the chains with the first down.
And that's the danger. When you've got a receiver like that, if you blitz and you're playing man coverage, he's one-on-one, and he's going to burn you if you don't get home to the quarterback.
From the 47-yard line on 1st and 10. The give to the back. A most efficient pickup of 6 on first down. It's 2nd and 4. The Seminoles want to crank the tempo. To the ground with the back. Nice, solid form tackle from this sophomore.
And those physical runs take a toll. It might not be a big game now, but down the road, 3rd, 4th quarter, late in the ball games, they tend to turn into bigger runs.
Wide receiver shows motion. They're going to go to the air on 3rd and short. Got his man to the left. Run out of bounds after the long game, but they've got it now 1st and goal.
And listen, the defense knew coming into this one, they were going to target him early and often. He is a weapon, and there's no mystery where the quarterback's going to be looking on critical down and distances. Let's see how they're able to cover him throughout the rest of this game.
He pushes his way down to the floor as they get closer and closer. Now on 2nd and goal. Looking for a path to the end zone to the right. And he takes it to the house. Touchdown, Florida State.
Another rushing touchdown. That's now 2 on the game. This offense thought they could come into this one running the ball, being the more physical team, and they look like it right now.
Let's go to the studio now and check in with Kevin Connors. Kevin, what do you got?
Guys, right back to your game after we update the nation on this one. Clemson had an impressive showing there in Death Valley, winning this one by double digits, although it felt like it could have been more. Somewhere even Trevor Lawrence is impressed with this one. A lot to go through in the film session this week for both teams, but boy, it sure is going to be easier for the side that came away with the win.
And Kevin Connors keeping an eye on everything all over the country. Sounds like they had a good one there. From the gun, the running back has it. Not much there. They'll give him 1 to the 14.
And you want to run the football, and that's okay. You'll take some of these. But if they start to add up down the road, obviously, you might want to think about airing it out a little bit.
They've got them pinned deep in their own end, and this crowd trying to help keep them there. On 2nd down, he'll let it fly. And the quarterback goes down all the way back at his 4-yard line.
And this has been a struggle for this offense, protecting their quarterback. It's priorities, mission number 1, right? Every single game you go into last week, I think a lot of the reason they lost was because they gave up so many sacks and hits on their quarterback.
On 3rd and long, he'll need to push it downfield. He's open on the right. Just what the doctor ordered to get away from the shadow of that goalpost and pick up a first down at the 23. This dude is just exceptional in every facet. So fluid, such a great route runner, and a big play there.
And money down, 3rd down, find him. I mean, you want to find that matchup because he's going to win, and gets a good release, gets down the field. You see that's your playmaker, that's your guy. Get it to him, get the first down.
Well, I know the tight end did some good things after the catch, but got to give the quarterback credit, too, for the location of the throw. Because he put it out in front of his big man, he was able to make the catch and accelerate, creating some distance there between him and the defense.
And that is a nifty bit of navigation to get through that traffic and get the first down.
That's a first down for the offense. That's the end of the third quarter. With the score, Florida State 14, USC 0.
And the Trojans are moving quickly down the field. Little touch pass to the receiver. And they'll bring him to the ground after a short gain.
Gain of 2. Second down coming up.
They're about to run a dirty half-dozen plays on this drive. From the gun, the ground game. A run up the middle is stopped for no gain.
That back had absolutely nowhere to run the football. Actually, is he counting? I think he's counting to make sure there's only 11 guys on defense.
Even if they don't convert, picking up a few would give them a decision to make on fourth down. It's 3rd and long from the 45. Got it, looking for a first. And they'll finally get him down after a terrific pickup.
And watch the offensive line here. They all block run. Because they're blocking run, the quarterback decides, oh, I got a favorable matchup. He dumps it out to the right, makes the right read, gets a nice positive gain.
Off the play fake on first down. And the defense will corral the quarterback, and down he goes at midfield. This drive was rolling, and then it got thrown into reverse. Here's a 2nd and 18. He's looking to throw. He's got his man. At the 35, he's open. And they swarm him under.
I like the decision by the quarterback here. Just get the ball out of your hands, get it to your playmaker. A lot of times he'll dance and make even bigger plays than he did here, but it's still a positive game.
Better find the earplugs. Here comes the noise, backing this defense on 3rd down. Looking to throw for it. Lets it fly deep downfield. He makes a catch in the end zone. Touchdown, USC. Ready to try the point after. And the PAT will draw them 1 point closer.
That makes the score Florida State.
About to kick it away after scoring a touchdown. He'll bring it back from inside his 5. And the return man has no place to run, no place to hide, and a place to be tackled.
Take over 1st and 10.
Guys, here comes that Florida State offense back onto the field. After standing on the sideline and watching that long touchdown drive, they really need to put something together to give their defense a rest.
And that's a real thing, man. Like,
It's a fumble. Defense just cradling that fumble and securing it. And he's brought down, and this defense gets the ball back for its own.
offensive players, when they got the ball in their hand, they're trying to make plays, right? Trying to make you miss. There's nothing better than closing that gap and sticking that head right in that guy's chest and causing a fumble.
They're going to throw it to start the drive. Getting some heat. He gets rid of it, but I don't think they're going to let him get away with that. Nope, here comes the flag. offense gets set for second down. Linebackers shuffling around, trying to keep the quarterback from getting a read. These corners going to give these receivers some space. On second down, he'll fire. Unloads it left. He's got an open man. Tight coverage there. Did not stop him from making the grab. It's first and goal from the 8.
And I love that play call. There's a great example of sudden change situation, right? Your defense gets the turnover. You get it right back. The very first play, let's be aggressive. Let's take a shot and see if we can catch the defense napping. Boy, oh boy, did that ever work out great.
Quick strike complete. Touchdown, Trojans! What a catch and run for 6. The offense did exactly what it's supposed to do with a start like that one.
When you're set up with that field position, you're thinking touchdowns. You're not thinking field goals. It's exactly what the offense does. Takes advantage of great field position.
All tied up and just about set to kick it away. Fair catch called for and made. Seminoles have it back. They'll try to get that offensive spear flaming. That last fumble proved to be costly as they cashed it in for a touchdown.
Yeah, and so this defense now is juiced. They're excited and ready to go. So this offense, David, they've got to get something going here.
Yeah, those turnovers can be contagious, man. It gets you excited, and then when your offense takes it down the field and does something with it, this offense better be ready to play against a motivated defense.
The Seminoles want to move quickly. Wide receiver coming across in motion. Now the quarterback changing the original play call. Misfired on the last play. They'll go back to the air. Nowhere close on that one as he got drilled trying to deliver the football, and now they face third down. From the gun, wants to pass. Unloads to the right. Another incompletion on third down.
Ooh, that's one of those where you're breathing a big sigh of relief. That ball could have been intercepted, and worse, could have been intercepted and housed, but offense caught a little bit of a break. Nice play by the defense, but the offense glad to punt in this situation if they want to punt.
They're able to put a stop to that return right at the 30-yard line. Guys, USC has the ball back and sending the offense onto the field. This could be a real turning point in the game. They scored a touchdown. They got to stop. And now a chance to break the tie.
Yeah, this offense has got it cooking, man. And how about the defense? Great job getting that stop, getting the football right back to the hot hand. Now this offense, Palmer, has a chance to take the lead.
You can see the offense, too. They understand the situation right now. They were jonesing on the sidelines to get another opportunity to run back on the field. They are ready to drive this ball and go score.
This offense lining up now at the 48-yard line on 1st and 10. Looking to move it through the air. Trying to burn this defensive back. He caught it. He gets it in. Touchdown, Southern Cal. On to attempt the try. And with the extra point, the score is now 21-14. About to kick it off after punching it in for the touchdown.
USC 21, Florida State 14.
Not going to risk a return here. He'll make the fair catch. Guys, here comes that Florida State offense back onto the field. The last time we saw this offense, we had to look quick. It was a 3-and-out, Jesse.
They just had no rhythm in that last drive. So someone's going to have to step up and make a play, Dave, and get this thing going.
Yeah, let's find some juice. Find your guy. Find those plays that you know you can run inside out, forward, backwards. Get some first downs. Get some positive momentum.
And they'll finally get him down after a terrific pickup.
And that last carry puts him right at 100 yards for the day. He's been a workhorse, continue to feed him, continue to create balance in this offense. But what a nice day by this young man running the football.
The offense setting up shop at the 46, 1st and 10. They'll leave it with him. We'll give him a couple on that one. 2nd and 8 coming up. And the Knowles racing to the line in the hurry up.
Brings up 2nd down.
They'll switch it up here and look to throw. It's caught.
And a play like that, that seems routine, but it only works if the quarterback can get the ball out on time and out in front of the wide receiver. That allows the receiver to keep separation from the defender, and the ball hits him in stride.
They want to run it left here. Across the 25, he's got room. They'll get him stopped just short of the end zone, but they're in business here with a 1st down.
And I tell you what, we can focus on the left side of line of scrimmage because that's where the play starts. But you don't get big gains when you run out wide unless wide receivers, yes, wide receivers, commit to blocking, staying on their guys. Really good job on the outside by giving the running back space to make the big play.
He's knocked down in the backfield. He'll lose a couple. Quick tempo, no huddle offense. 2nd down, clock's running. Wide receiver now comes in motion. He'll run it to the right here and try to get it into the end zone. He's got it down to the 1-yard line right on the doorstep of Pater. There's a timeout called as this offense tries to find a way to draw a little closer. Running out of time here in the 1st half. They're going to have to be efficient to put some points on the board before the break. Trying to pound their way in. They bring him down, and he's going to lose a yard on that one. This will likely be the last play of the half. Quarterback reacting to what the D is showing. Here's the snap, looking to throw. Reels it in the end zone. Touchdown Seminoles!
Great throw, great timing. You can see his receiver breaks for the out route. He's in stride, in rhythm, hits him so he can get upfield and get the ball in the end zone.
And he puts through the extra point. So they put together a 9-play, 75-yard drive. And it was finished off with a 2-yard touchdown toss. They'll have just enough time to get one more snap before the half. From the gun, they'll give it on the inside. They'll knock him down, and that'll take us to halftime. That's the end of the 2nd quarter. That means it's time to join Kevin in our halftime update. And the Seminoles will boot it away to start the 2nd half. The kickoff bounces through the end zone. They'll bring it out to the 25. This Trojan offense is ready to go back to work. First drive of the 2nd half, always fun to watch. You see what type of tweaks were made at the half, especially when you're locked up in a ball game like this one.
Yeah, and it's been a good game. I mean, it's been a little bit of back and forth and a feeling out process. And now once you get into the 2nd half, who's going to get aggressive, Palmer? Who's going to take some shots, try to make some plays, and really go for it?
Yeah, it's interesting. I think as play callers right now, you learn a lot about these coaching staffs with respect to...
And he breaks into the open. They say you could call holding on every play. Well, they did on that one. This offense has a 2nd down play. That, friends, is a busted play. Incomplete.
Well, the ball hasn't hit the ground very often for this guy in this game, right? He's even still, after that incompletion, over 80% throwing, which is key because last game he was under 50% on his throws. He went back to work, worked on his fundamentals, and that's really showing up here.
On 3rd and long, you'll have to turn it loose deep. Got his man. And they make the stop just short of the line to gain. Inches to go. It'll be 4th down.
One of the things I love about this defense is they just have such great awareness, and they're always communicating. They understood the down and distance. They knew exactly what they needed to do to make the tackle to force the punt. That is so well done.
Dragged down to the turf, but not
Play.
getting the 1st down.
And 4th and inches, you know what's coming. You know they're going to run the quarterback sneak, but it's one of the hardest plays in football to stop. You got to find a way to dive from the defensive line spot and stop the feet of the quarterback, and they couldn't do it. And listen, they only needed inches. That's what makes it so difficult to stop.
And guys, USC has the ball back and sending the offense onto the field. That 4th down gamble didn't pay off on the last drive, and it led to giving up a scoring drive, David.
Yeah, and everybody wants to go for it on 4th down. Everybody wants that, but your defense sometimes has to bail out your decision-making. We decided to go for it. We didn't get it. The defense, Jesse, didn't come up big and prove me right.
Yeah, not complimentary football, no doubt. But look, this offense has been in these situations before, so you got to come back out here, take the field. It's a fresh set of downs, brand new drive. Let's go out and execute, put some points on the board.
All kinds of room to throw that one in there. And it is a chunk play, a huge gain on that one before the defense brings it to an end. They've got it at the 36 on 1st and 10. He's going to pass. Pressure coming. Fires into traffic, intercepted. Trying to take it back. He's inside the 40. He's out of bounds, showing off the hands on the pick, and then the nifty moves on a terrific return.
What an interception. He's dangerous because not only can he catch the ball and pluck it out of the air, but he's hard to bring down, too. This is a guy that I think can play offense for a lot of programs around the country, and it showed you his open field running there.
Here's the handoff. Stop is made, but he picks up 4 yards down to the 21-yard line. The Seminoles headed quickly to the line. They go to the ground. Got enough space. Touchdown, no! And that one will put him up here in the 2nd half.
And this is why you consistently run the football. A steady diet because you can break the long touchdown runs. Nice job breaking through the line of scrimmage, outrunning the rest, getting in for the long touchdown.
Almost ready to kick it away after scoring the touchdown. And he's going to bring it out. I know he thinks he can house every return, but sometimes you just have to take a knee as he stopped at the 14. Trojan offense is ready to go back to work. After throwing the pick on the last drive, need to take care of the ball this time, Jesse.
We're going to find out a lot about this quarterback right here, too. How does he fight through adversity after that last drive?
Yeah, clear the mechanism, move on. That's a part of it, right? If you're going to be a great player, you got to learn how to handle these mistakes and move on.
Really nice pass there. You know the expectations at USC every year are sky high. Not just to win the conference, but to be in the national championship discussion. But to do that, they need this guy right here to play at a high level week in and week out because this guy has the skills and the tools to take them there.
And he's brought down after a nice game. And this junior loves to show off that big arm. Now they'll line it up from the 44 on 1st and 10. He's looking to throw it. He's going for it all. And he's got it inside the 30-yard line. And he strides his way into the end zone. Touchdown, Trojans. Now they'll line up for what they hope is automatic. And the extra point was made without incident, and we're tied up here in the third. And we're all square as he's set to kick it away. No return coming. He'll call for the fair catch. The Seminoles have it back. They'll try to get that offensive spear flaming. Jesse, a very productive drive last time, wound up with a touchdown.
Yeah, mixing and matching play calling really well. Nice balance on that last one, Dave. Let's see what they can do here in this next drive.
Yeah, and I don't expect anything different. When you put together a drive like that, I would do more of the same. Keep the pace, keep it going.
After picking up a couple, it's 2nd and 8. He's looking to throw. Zings it complete to the right. And it's a first down. They'll mark it at the 44. Nothing too surprising about seeing the Seminoles being productive in the passing game.
Man, we can think back, Reese, to so many great offenses for Florida State, whether it's Charlie Wood or Chris Winkie, whoever it is, the trigger man being really, really good is the start of a great Florida State team.
They make the stop after the catch and still some work to do to pick up that first down. 2nd down coming up. Wide out in motion. The give to the tailback. They finally get him on the ground, but the big running play moves the chains for the first down.
On offense, you've got to love the way your offensive line is playing in this game. They're getting tremendous movement up front. They're climbing into second level and really giving these backs and ball carriers a lot of room to run all game long.
On the move. He will step out of bounds, but not before the big pickup and a first down for this offense.
First down, physicality wins football games. Being able to run the football and create balance. And right here, just choose up another first down, gives you another chance to maybe continue to run the football.
And I feel like this guy, too, is just an explosive play waiting to happen. His vision, his quickness, and he's got a burst. If you give this guy just a crease, he's going to hit it. And right now, he's doing some damage on this defense.
After 3, the game is tied.
Second down now as they're ready to go back to work. A little pre-snap eye candy for the defense. Touch pass on the jet sweep. They make the stop after a pickup of 3. Ball's at the 18.
Gain of 3. Brings up 3rd down.
And the Seminoles have taken it inside the 20. Fast motion from the offense. Shotgun snap, wants to throw it on 3rd. And it's intercepted. Oh, what a big play in a tie game. Going the other way, and he's got room. He was hoping for that interception return for the touchdown, but he's brought down at the 27.
It's the plays like that that are going to end up defining and deciding this game, right? It's tight. Tie game, 4th quarter. Someone is going to step up and make a game-changing play, and the defender did right there.
And guys, USC has the ball back and sending the offense onto the field. How big is this drive? Scored a touchdown the last time they had it. Defense gets a stop, and now it's up to them in a tie game.
All right, so if you're the offensive coordinator here, let's dial it in. Who are your best matchups and best playmakers to take advantage of this golden opportunity?
Yeah, and I'm interested to see this defense, too. Like, the momentum is clearly not in your favor. How do you get it back? How do you make a big play? Do you be more aggressive here to try to get the football back to your offense?
And that incomplete pass caused by the big hit on first down. 2nd down coming.
Now, you got to read it quick, right? And he makes a quick decision, gets that thing out of his hand, but make sure your feet are set, you still got to be accurate even though you're trying to get rid of that ball so fast.
Defense rolls up deep in its own end on that last play. Now a second and long coming. Fires into the end zone. And he was going for the touchdown there, and they couldn't make the connection.
Well, the defense is making some big plays here right up against their own goal line. They forced 2 straight incompletions, now setting up third down. You're expecting pass again. Is this a situation where they're going to want to blitz, or do they stay back, play zone, and try to break on the ball?
And he was drilled just as he released the pass. It's incomplete.
Really nice third down sub defense there that time. It's third and long. They're expecting pass. They're mixing up their looks. They're trying to change the picture pre-snap to post-snap to confuse the quarterback. Now forcing the incompletion, setting up for him.
Oh, and the attempt is no good. And after the missed field goal, guys, we are still locked up. Guys, here comes that Florida State offense back onto the field. And boy, they missed an opportunity last time throwing that pick in the red zone, David.
Yeah, and you got to put that frustration behind you. You can't turn it over. That's a cardinal sin. No better than that, Jesse. You can't take points off the board, but you got to move on.
You do. I think he just got way too overeager down in the red zone that last drive. So just come out here, trust your reads, trust what your coaches have told you to do, and just go out and execute the offense.
It's complete on the right side. And the defense settled in to stop that one for a short gain. The Noles come to the line in the hurry up. On third down, going up top. Tremendous awareness along the sideline and the ability to get the foot down for the big pickup.
Well, we know this guy is special, and because of that, his quarterback is looking to him on critical down and distances. There on that third down, there was no question. It wouldn't have mattered if he was single covered, double covered, man, zone. That's where he was going with it, and the big-time playmaker outside picks up the first.
Picked up 2 yards on that last one. They need 8 on second down. Receivers telling the quarterback what they see. On second down, he'll let it fly. They get to him as he throws. That pass is incomplete, and they're probably fortunate that it wasn't knocked free for a fumble. After the second down misfire, looking at a 3rd and 8. Motion from the offense. Trying to move the sticks on third down through the air. Connection to the right. He's run out of bounds, but not before turning in a big pickup and moving the sticks for a first down.
This tight end is such a weapon because he can line up all over the field. That time he starts in the slot. He's running the corner route against zone coverage, and he's just got athleticism and wiggle and the ability to separate and make big plays. It's so nice to have a target like that.
Wide receiver shows motion. They'll throw it on first down. Gets it out fast. He's run out of bounds, but a big play on that one, and it'll be a first down.
Well, he was licking his chops. As soon as he saw blitz, he knew some guy was trying to cover him man-to-man. Ain't gonna happen. With his skill set, he's one of the best in the country, and that is just way too easy.
Looking for space. It's awesome. And he's a real nowhere man tackled in this no-game land.
That's a really good stop by the defense. Jesse, they need a few more. You've given up a bunch of yards on this drive and a bunch of plays, but all that matters is keeping them off the scoreboard.
Yeah, it's that bend, don't break mentality you're seeing right now, and this is the point where this defense has just got to lock in.
They got nothing on the last play. It's 2nd and 10. Moving the running back, forcing the defense to adjust. The receivers often will run their route based on a side adjustment. Dialing up a second down pass play. And he's left with no option. He just threw it away. The Seminoles want to pick up the tempo. On third down, he'll try to pick it up through the air. Fires to the tight end. Oh, no, the ball popped out. This could change things.
Well, they got a really nice drive going on offense. They're on their opponent's side of the field, but you're not going to come away with any points if you turn it over. They've got to do a better job of ball security. Very, very lucky that ball went out of bounds.
First down here with time for maybe one more play until the 2-minute warning. The hand to the running back. And they make the tackle, but the official has tossed his flag. That penalty moves the ball back 10 yards. We'll replay the down. First down here with time for maybe one more play until the 2-minute warning. Wide receiver coming across in motion. They'll try the run. Running behind those pads, he gets a couple before he stopped at the 18. His drive was clicking along, but now it's 2nd and 14. Quarterback changing the plays at the line. Wide receiver now comes in motion. On 2nd down, wants to throw it. Working that left side now. Touchdown, Florida State! They've got the lead here in the 4th. They'll line up for the extra point, and at this juncture, every point matters. The extra point is good, and now in the 4th, they're up by a touchdown and an extra point. We check in with Kevin Connors. What's going on, Kevin?
All right, guys, want to update you on a game that went final moments ago. North Texas overcame a tough opponent, and not only that, a raucous crowd. The Mean Green tuned out all the noise and showed this team can win on its field, your field, or a neutral field. Well done. It's one game. You don't want to react too much either way, but I think both teams will leave this one with some things to work on moving forward.
Kevin, thanks a lot for that one. Sounds as if they had a good one there. This Trojan offense is ready to go back to work. Trying to start the drive with a pass. Intercepted. Not the biggest return, but he sets him up inside the red zone at the 19. Couldn't ask for better field position for this offense. Wide out in motion. Off the play fake on 1st down to throw. Looking to the end zone. And it's caught for a touchdown, and that might do it. They'll try to tack one more on their score. And the extra point is true, and they have a 2-touchdown lead, up 14 in the 4th. That's exactly what you want to do when you have that type of field position. Strike quickly, and they did. One play, and they put it on the board. Fielded in the end zone, it's Hawkins. And the return man reaches the end of the line, and down he goes. USC has the ball back and sending the offense onto the field. Well, the good news news about this drive, Jesse. It can't go worse than last time through a pick on the first play.
No, it certainly can't. I think one good way, David, to help your quarterback turn the page is just find him an easy completion here and let him get back into a rhythm.
Yeah, or find him an easy handoff. Just hand the football off, maybe get the ground game going, maybe jumpstart this offense a little bit.
Line getting set on second down. He's looking to throw. Unloads to the wideout. And that's going to be incomplete, going for broke on second down, but third down's coming up.
I'll tell you, this offense just can't afford too many more incompletions because time's running out in the game. They need big plays in the passing attack, vertically down the field, and they've got to score some touchdowns.
On third and long, he has to throw for it. He's going up top here late in the game. And it slips through his fingers, incomplete. That would have been a huge gain if he could have squeezed it.
After that incompletion, fourth and long now on your own side of the field, you're trailing in the fourth quarter. What's your go-to play call here in the passing game? Where is the matchup that you trust in to come up with a big one to give yourself a chance to stay alive and win this game?
On fourth down, trying to find his man. He's got him, and they convert. Really confident throw and catch there. Big pickup, and they have a first down. Sometimes we don't give enough credit to a receiver knowing exactly where he needs to be on the field, and they pick up the first down there.
Yeah, and you've got to give the receiver credit. Obviously, no.
And the pass hits, picked off. Bringing it back. The tag. Touchdown Seminoles. What a great play by the defense and paying it off with the interception return. That one puts them in really good shape to get back on the right track and get another W. And the extra point splits the uprights, and they're up a full 3 touchdowns, a 21-point cushion in the fourth.
USC 28.
Fielded in the end zone. It's Hawkins. I know he thinks he can house every return, but sometimes you just have to take a knee as he stopped at the 14. This Trojan offense is ready to go back to work. Not a lot to feel great about in this one, Jesse, but I'm sure they'll try to seek out some positives.
Well, this might be an opportunity, too, Reese, to go back when they watch this game.
And that is his 5th interception. If he comes out to try for 6, he'll be lucky. And they'll close in on him after a good return on the interception.
And that's such a great job of seeing the play, seeing it unfold, breaking on the football, making the interception, and you will absolutely never forget getting that first career INT, that big play, that big moment.
Fast motion from the offense. Throws for the tight end. He's got it. Finally run out of bounds, but he has this offense rolling with a first down.
And if it ain't broke, don't fix it, right? This is what got this team in this position to win this game. Aggressive offense, taking shots. Here we are in the fourth quarter. They've got the lead. Why stop now?
Quarterback checking off. Motion from the offense. Off the play fake on first down, wants to throw. Going for 6. It falls incomplete. He was trying to find his man for 6.
And how about this offense? They're not worried about the clock. They're not worried about the score. They're not worried about early and down. Still trying to execute their offense. Still trying to make big plays. And they've had a great day so far.
Couldn't connect on first down. Now back to the air. He's got it. He's down at the 1, and they almost had the touchdown pass on that one. In that loss last week, he just never got comfortable. Threw 3 picks, but much better today.
Much better taking care of the football. Listen, being the leader, he made the one mistake, but did a good job moving on from...
Touchdown, no! And the stomping has commenced. They can now exhale just a little bit with that lead, and they are close to a victory here in the 8th week of the season.
And you knew this one was over already, but how about an exclamation point to go with it? Another score for this offense. They've had themselves a great day, and the stats just continue to pile up.
Wide receiver shows motion. On second down, wants to throw. Touchdown, Florida State! And And the punishment has been extended. They are seizing control and taking away hope as they push out the lead in this Week 8 showdown.
And they say play to the final whistle. This offense took it to heart. Scoring late, maybe they could have wasted the clock. They made no doubt about it. This one's over.
Lining up to cover the kick after that touchdown drive.
56, USC, 28.
And it'll come out to the 25. No attempt at a return. First down here for the offense. He wants to throw. He wants a big play here late. What a spectacular grab there as they try to finish this game with a little something to feel good about. And he'll haul it in and take it to the end zone. Touchdown, USC! And he tacks on the extra point. That kind of drive will boost your confidence. One play, hit the big pass, put a touchdown on the board.
Florida State, 56, USC, 35.
He'll call for the fair catch here. And here we go. Final play of the game right here. Quarterback making adjustments with his receivers. To the air on first down. He'll loft one deep down the left side. And the ball is caught. He's inside the 35. They're able to make the stop, and this offense running plays and racking up yards all the way to the end as they get the W. Well, this was an offensive showcase out there today. We thought it would be a high-scoring game, and it certainly delivered.
If you love offense, then you love this type of game. Both offenses going up and down the field, seemingly at will, throwing the ball, running the ball. But, David, I feel like if you're a fan of defense, maybe this wasn't your cup of tea.
More defense optional. You didn't really get too much of that stuff.